Now people, this story I'm about to tell you is going to be one of the most craziest, breathtaking ghost stories you ever heard in your life. And people, this story is 100% true. But before I dive into the story, I have an honest question for you. Do you believe in ghosts? I hear people say all the time, they is not worried about ghosts. They is worried about the people that's on this earth. Now, having said that, when I'm done with this story, if you do not believe in ghosts, this story just might change your mind. Let me explain. Now people, buckle up because this is about to get crazy. Meet this woman right here. Her name is Doris Bither. This woman was born in 1924 and she was from Culver, California. So in 1974, this woman was 50 years old. And people, in 1974, this woman was SA'd by 3 ghosts. And yes, you heard me correct. I will repeat. This woman named Doris Bither was SA'd by 3 ghosts in her home in California. Now, this woman was a single mother with 4 children. They was living in this house right here in California. Now, this woman was being SA'd by ghosts for a very long time, but she did not tell anyone at first because she thought she would look crazy. No one would believe her. That's why she never went to law enforcement. Now, every night the ghosts come to SA this woman, it was always 3 ghosts. 2 ghosts would hold her down and 1 ghost would take advantage of her. And people, this woman moved several times trying to get away from them ghosts, but them ghosts would follow this woman wherever she go. She could not get rid of the ghost. Now people, if you think this woman crazy, you need to think again. Every time the ghost SA this woman, she would have bruises on the inside of her legs, on her arms, everywhere, like she was SA. Now, every time these 3 very powerful ghosts come to SA this woman, the lights would start to shut on and off. Cabinet doors would open and close. Doors would slam very hard. She knew the ghost was on their way. And people, get this, her children seen the ghost also, so they knew their mother wasn't crazy. These ghosts was SAing their mother all the time. Now, meet these 2 men right here. His name is Barry Taft, and he went to UCLA. He is one of the men that's going to help Doris Bither. Also, meet this man right here. His name is Kerry Gaynor. He went to UCLA also. He is going to help Doris Bither also. Now, you may be thinking, who are these guys? What are they about to do? And how do they even know about Doris Bither's story? Well, people, Doris Bither had a very good friend. She was one of the only people that believe her. She seen ghosts also. So Doris Bither's friend was at a bookstore one day and she overheard these 2 men talking about paranormal activity. So she then butted into their conversation and said, "Excuse me, I have a friend that's dealing with paranormal activity. Can you help me?" They was all ears. Now, after Doris' best friend got done telling them everything that was going on, they wanted to help immediately. Now, people, with the help of these 2 men, everybody in the world is about to know about Doris Bither's story. Now, people, in 1974, on August the 22nd, these 2 paranormal investigators that went to UCLA is going to set up cameras in Doris Bither home. Now, soon as they stepped foot in Doris Bither home, they felt the very powerful energy, and they wasn't in there for 30 minutes before they seen a ghost, and one of the men passed out. So at that point, everyone knew Doris Bither was telling the truth. She was being SA'd by 3 ghosts. Now people, when these 2 investigators went into Doris Bither home, they stayed in her home for over 2 months. Now people, you may be thinking to yourself, what did Barry and Kerry find, the 2 paranormal investigators? Well people, stuff was flying around the house, lights was cutting on and off. And people, again, they actually seen a ghost and one of the men passed out. And people, anytime this woman was SA'd, she would have bruises on her legs, bruises in between her legs, bruises on her arms. She would show them her bruises. It didn't make any sense. They was a loss for words. So people, at this point, a lot of people believe her. People didn't think she was crazy anymore. They believed she was being SA'd by 3 ghosts. And people, after the investigators left Doris Bither home, this story went viral. Everybody believed her. It was all over the news. They even made a movie about it in 1982 that's called The Entity. Now people, this woman died in 1995, but until the day this woman died, it didn't matter where she went, where she moved, them same ghosts followed her. Now people, having said that, I'm about to tell you something that happened to one of my friends 3 years ago, and this will make your mouth drop to the floor. Now 3 years ago, on a Saturday morning, him and his family was about to go to Six Flags in Atlanta, Georgia, and his wife was cooking. She was cooking pancakes, scrambled eggs, bacon, and sausage. His wife heard her phone ringing upstairs, so she stopped cooking and she ran upstairs to get her phone. He yelled at her. He said, don't burn my bacon. He do not like crispy bacon. He like his bacon medium. So while his wife was running upstairs, he said, do you want me to cook? She said, no, I got it. She ran upstairs anyways and got her phone. And then she came back downstairs. When she came back downstairs, he was still yelling at her because he thought his bacon was burned. Now people, while this man was yelling at his wife, he got slapped very hard in the kitchen. And this is a true story. And when he got slapped, his kids started laughing very hard. They thought he did it to himself. Now, when this man got slapped, him and his wife was looking at each other like, what just happened? But he was playing it off and he laughed because he didn't want his kids to think it was a ghost. Now people, allow me to give you a little context so you can make sense of what happened 3 years ago. His father-in-law lived with them for the past 4 years, but his father recently died of colon cancer. Now, when this man's father-in-law was alive, they hated each other. This man's father-in-law wanted his daughter to divorce him very bad. She will always tell her he is a very bad man. They used to get in fights all the time. He was even pepper sprayed by his father-in-law. Also, his father-in-law knew he was going to die, so he told his daughter he do not want her husband at his funeral. He said if he's at his funeral, he would come back and hunt them. So people, the wife, the husband, including me, we all think the father-in-law slapped them when he was yelling at his daughter. So people, having said that, have you ever encountered a ghost before? And do you believe in ghosts?